of surplus sugar to benefit millions of cane farmers. In international news, Britain's Queen Elizabeth approved suspension of Parliament until October 14th ahead of Brexit at the request of Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Move prompts angry backlash from opposition MPs and campaigners. In sports, Roger Federer overcomes slow start, beats Tamir Zimher to reach US Open third round. Now, we know that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been an active promoter of sports and fitness. Yoga springs to mind, but it's beyond that now. In a bid to urge people to adopt a more healthy and fit lifestyle, Prime Minister Modi will launch Fit India movement in New Delhi today. The mass movement will be launched on the occasion of National Sports Day.
29 अगस्त को राष्ट्रीय खेल दिवस के रूप में मनाया जाता है। इस अवसर पर हम देश भर में फिट इंडिया मूवमेंट लॉन्च करने वाले हैं। खुद को फिट रखना है, देश को फिट बनाना है, हर एक के लिए, बच्चे, बुजुर्ग, युवा, महिला, सबके लिए ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग अभियान होगा।
A fitness enthusiast, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is now focused on improving India's global healthcare and happiness index. To start with, Prime Minister conceptualized the idea of the Fit India movement that will help include physical activities and sports into the daily lives of the citizens. Prime Minister Modi will launch the movement from the capital's Indira Gandhi's Indoor Stadium on Thursday.
I would like to urge every Indian to join this Fit India movement to make India fit. We have this big dream of making India a powerful, a prosperous nation. For that, every Indian must be fit. So the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has visualized the concept of Fit India movement, and I'm very happy that every section of the society are coming forward.
Indian actress Shilpa Shetty also posted a video on social media advocating the Fit India movement. University Grants Commission has asked higher educational institutes to make necessary arrangements to view Prime Minister's address on the launch of the movement. As part of the fitness pledge, UGC has asked everyone to walk at least 10,000 steps and follow it up in their daily routine. Sporting personalities have hailed the initiative. They believe that it will be a game changer for the country.
स्पोर्ट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और उसके साथ फिटनेस भी बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। मतलब आज के टाइम में आप लोगों को देख रहे हो कि एक 81 प्लस एज भी कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है कि लोग वॉक देन लाइफ में फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी फॉर फिटनेस।
खेलों से देखो एक मानसिक स्थिति पे भी आदमी मजबूत होता है। आजकल जो युवा वर्ग हैं वो नशे में हैं, तो उनसे भी अगर आप खेलोगे कूदोगे तो शायद इन चीज़ों से दूर रहोगे।
फिटनेस तो सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है प्लेयर के लिए, और सभी लोग के लिए भी फिटनेस बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, जो हेल्थ के लिए भी बहुत फ़ायदा होता है।
I think it's going to take the movement forward. We will look at a healthy nation. We will look at an India which is as it is 65% youth. And if it's a healthy youth, we will have so much of power to do nation building in New India, in the right direction, in a positive way.
In contemporary times of stress and lifestyle diseases, fitness is a key part of wellness and plays an important role in keeping us healthy, preventing diseases and ensuring a better quality of life. Just like yoga has become a way of life, the thrust on fitness is expected to be the catalyst that's required to make it a new India. Tapush Bhattacharya's report, DD News, Delhi.
And President Ramnath Kovind will today present the National Sports Awards to athletes and coaches in New Delhi on the birth anniversary of hockey wizard Major Dhyan Chand, which is celebrated as the National Sports Day. Para-athlete Deepa Malik and world #1 wrestler Bajrang Punia will be conferred Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. This is the first time that a female para-athlete is being awarded the highest sporting honour. 19 players have been selected for the prestigious Arjuna Award that only comes second to Khel Ratna in terms of honour. Apart from these awards, the Dronacharya Award will also be given to the coaches. Dhyan Chand Award is synonymous to the Lifetime Achievement Award in sports, and it's the highest on the list. And Union Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju paid tributes to Major Dhyan Chand, the greatest hockey player India has ever produced. Sports Minister in a tweet message extended greetings to all sports persons and sports enthusiasts across India on National Sports Day. And Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also extended greetings and congratulations to all sportspersons and sport-loving people. On the occasion of National Sports Day, he also paid tributes to Major Dhyan Chand on his birth anniversary. And my colleague Taposh Bhattacharya is joining us from the newsroom with more updates on these stories. Taposh, today's National Sports Day couldn't have been a more appropriate occasion to launch Fit India movement.
Actually nailed it right there, Shubhendu, that it is definitely the most appropriate manner in order to make the country fit. The Fit India movement will be launched on the National Sports Day, and who else to do that but our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is himself quite an advocate of a healthy living. Remember earlier in his first tenure, he made the Yoga Day actually an international phenomena, and it is expected that this time also this Fit India movement is going to be a game changer, a milestone in a way that the people of the country will be able to make sure that this movement goes in a way that it keeps them healthy and away from the sedentary lifestyle that people generally tend to have in current scenario. Remember, in urban life we tend to have a lot of sedentary lifestyle, and because of that a lot of problem comes because of obesity and other stress related issues. So the thrust is making sure that the country and the citizens are fit enough both mentally and physically to make sure that they take the country to a new millennium and to the new era with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Shubhendu.
Right. Taposh, also, what do we know about the ways in which this larger vision of fitness for the nation will be achieved?
Well, it is the way we see it. It's not just about the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. It's about all the other ministries also coming together. HRD ministries coming together. All other ministries are coming together. They are making sure that there is a systemic manner in which they move towards it. Because remember, if we consider it to be a affair of the sports ministry, the idea may not take off. But under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, most of the ministries are coming together, making sure that this initiative, this movement that has been that will be launched today, goes to the every nook and corner of the country. Just giving you examples, UGC yesterday came out with a circular which says that all the institutes and universities which comes under the purview of UGC will hold screening of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech, and the speech will be obviously on Doordarshan, but they will be streaming it to all the universities and institutes, so that people can watch him, people can get inspiration from his speech. Also,
right.
The university is making sure that all the students or the faculty member should walk at least 1,000 steps. Beg your pardon, 10,000 steps a day. So if you walk 10,000 steps a day and you make it a habit, you tend to be fit. So that is the small steps that they have started taking, and they hope that it will have a major impact in days to come.
Right, Taposh, as you speak, we're playing visuals of people exercising in gyms, doing yoga.
Yep.
But through fitness, we also understand a holistic approach to it, both physical fitness and mental well-being for everyone.
Absolutely, you are bang on there, Shubhendu. It is not just about keeping your body fit. It is a holistic manner in which you have to keep your fitness. It's just not just body. It is also about human ecology. It's about the mind and soul coming together, and that is where we have to take a hard look at it. The young generation tend to go a lot for the gymming and bodybuilding exercises. But when you talk about all these things, you have to understand that yoga, it has nothing to do with bodybuilding, but it has a
Right.
it has a way of keeping your mind and soul in absolutely prime condition, and that is one of the things that a lot of people will be taking a hard look at, because if you want to be a new India, you one has to have
Right.
that strong mind, you one has to have that strong will to take the country in that direction, and for that you need a balance between both mind and body.
Right,
And that is
Taposh.
something
Let's
that
talk
we really have
about
to do.
National Sports Day. Sports Awards have been announced. They will be given by the President. Now, sports awards are given every year, but it's also important the manner in which these awards have become more progressive. Women para-athlete will be awarded for the first time. An important milestone also for these awards in that manner.
Women para-athlete, but not the first para-athlete. So that
Of course.
that is something we have to understand. But yes, in many ways, the way the award was bestowed on Deepa Malik says a lot about how we perceive a athlete. There was a talk. In fact, many a times these para-athletes have complained that they haven't got their due recognition. But once Deepa Malik gets this award in the evening, they will actually they will feel that yes, finally the day has arrived and a para-athlete has been given its due. And who better than Deepa Malik, who has been a torchbearer of para-athlete for the country in the last few years, and some everybody looks up to her. Also, Bajrang Punia will not be present, but he will get the award later on. He's right now not in the country. So once he come back, he will receive the award from the president. But these two people have actually embodies the new generation. They represent this new Gen X. Even though Deepa Malik is 50-year-old, the way she carries herself
Right.
off, and we had the opportunity to talk to her yesterday. Also, she was absolutely cheerful. She in fact said that it gives her a lot of motivation when she will receive this award. And when it comes to Bajrang Punia is the new messiah for Indian sports person. Everyone looks up to him as a flag bearer of
Right, Taposh.
India's Olympic dreams for 2020. So in that sense, you have to say that these two people are the probably the best bet for this Khel Ratna Awards.
All right, the best of the best are going to be awarded today. Taposh there, thanks very much for joining us with those inputs. And Deepa Malik, who was nominated for the prestigious Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, believes that her biggest achievement is changing the perception of the common people towards disability and para-athletes in general. Malik, a silver medalist at the last Paralympics in Rio, though it's heard that her event is not listed in Tokyo 2020 Games, she also feels that her whole journey has been more about trying to change people's attitude towards how they look at disability.
Joining me is Deepa Malik, who will be conferred with the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. Deepa, it's a major achievement for a person like you who has struggled a lot, achieved a lot. What do you have to say on this?
It's absolutely a tremendous feeling to be able to confer with the highest sporting honor. And there's so much of paradox out there, like a sporting honor for a woman who's almost reaching 50 years, and for active sports. This itself is a huge symbol of empowerment of people in disability through sports. And especially for women more so that. So I really hope my Khel Ratna, the amount of happiness, enthusiasm, motivation that it has given to me, to my family, I hope every para-athlete, and especially para-athletes in disability, in the female side of it, they relate to this award and they take pride in it.
Next year is going to be an Olympic year. What is your take on the next year's event, and how are you preparing for it?
On a personal note, I feel very, very disappointed and sad that my disability category has not offered me my sport. Much against my wishes, I will not be at 2020. But that doesn't mean I'm not preparing for nationals. I'm also preparing for a personal swimming competition. That's a sea swimming adventure side of it, not the Paralympic side of it. So that I can keep my fitness, I can keep myself motivated. But as far as my para sports is concerned, as far as looking forward to my para fellow athletes performing. I'm very sure that last Paralympics we had 4 medals. This year we should be looking at medals in double digits. Last time the medals were from athletics. This time we are looking at multi-sport medals. So बहुत शुभकामनाएं मेरे सारे athletes को.
Appreciate your time, Deepa. So that was Deepa Malik, a legend in her own right. With cameraman S. Jayashankar, this is Tapush Bhattacharya, DD News, Delhi.
What an inspiring athlete, Deepa Malik. Moving on, Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar also paid tributes to Major Dhyan Chand on his birth anniversary today. He also extended greetings to all sports persons on National Sports Day. Let's look at some other stories now. In the fresh round of FDI reforms, government on Wednesday allowed 100% foreign investment in coal mining and contract manufacturing. Government has also eased sourcing norms for single brand retailers and approved 26% overseas investment in digital media. The cabinet also approved the setting up of 75 government medical colleges. Here's more.
The Union Cabinet has relaxed foreign direct investment rule for foreign single brand retailers and also permitted foreign investment in contract manufacturing and coal mining. Union Minister for Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal said that 100% FDI under automatic route in coal mining and associated infrastructure has been approved. Further, to boost domestic manufacturing, 100% FDI in contract manufacturing under automatic route has been allowed. Further, 26% FDI has been allowed in digital media. On FDI and single brand retailing, the Cabinet has expanded the definition of mandatory 30% domestic sourcing norm. The Cabinet has also allowed single brand retailers to start online sales, waiving the previous condition of setting up mandatory brick and mortar store.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में 100% ऑटोमेटिक रूट से एफडीआई को अलाउ किया गया। अभी तक जो कंपनी खुद मैन्युफैक्चर करती थी उसको तो 100% एफडीआई अलाउड था, लेकिन वो थर्ड पार्टी से कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कराती थी तो वो अलाउड नहीं होता था। एक सिंगल ब्रांड रिटेल ट्रेडिंग में पहले से काफी छूट दी थी, जिसमें 100% एफडीआई अलाउ किया गया था, लेकिन जब भी 51% से ज्यादा एफडीआई था उसमें हमने कहा था कि 30% भारत से लोकल सोर्सिंग होनी चाहिए अगर वो एफडीआई 51% से ज्यादा है। कल्पना अभी भी वही है कि 30% से ज्यादा लोकल सोर्सिंग हो, लेकिन उसकी गहराई में जाने के बाद कुछ कमियां जो दिखी, उन कमियों को निकालते हुए इस रेजिम को और सुविधाजनक बनाएं।
Giving a big boost to medical infrastructure in the country, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved setting up of 75 government medical colleges to be attached with existing district or referral hospitals by 2021-22. The establishment of new medical colleges will add at least 15,700 MBBS seats in the country. The new medical colleges would be set up in underserved areas having no medical colleges, with district hospitals having at least 200 beds. The establishment of new medical colleges to be attached with existing district and referral hospitals would lead to an increase in the availability of qualified health professionals, improve tertiary care in government sector, utilize existing infrastructure of district hospitals and promote affordable medical education in the country.
24,000 करोड़ रुपए के खर्चे से 75 नए मेडिकल कॉलेज बनेंगे। इससे 15,700 एमबीबीएस की नई सीटें तैयार होगी और ये सभी जहां मेडिकल कॉलेज नहीं है ऐसे अनसर्व्ड जिलों में किए जाएंगे। एक तरह से विकास के इसमें जो पिछड़ गए थे, जिनको अवसर नहीं मिला था, जो आकांक्षी जिले हैं और बाकी ऐसे जिले हैं जहां मेडिकल कॉलेज नहीं है, उसको ये प्राथमिकता दी जाएगी।
The CCA has also approved a rupees 6,268 crore subsidy for export of 6 million tons of sugar during the 2019-20 marketing year starting October. This has been done in order to liquidate surplus domestic stock and help mills in clearing huge sugarcane arrears to farmers. A lump sum export subsidy of rupees 10,448 per ton will be given to sugar mills in the 2019-20 marketing year. This will benefit millions of farmers in Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra and Karnataka as well as other states. The government is providing subsidy for export of 5 million tons of sugar for the current 2018-19 marketing year. With inputs from Sudhakar Das, DD India.
The situation in Jammu and Kashmir is improving significantly. The high schools are reopening in Kashmir Valley. In the areas where restrictions have already been lifted, Jammu and Kashmir Governor Satyapal Malik announced that 50,000 jobs will be created for the state's youths in the coming 3 months, and many other big-ticket announcements will also be made soon. In another development, Supreme Court has referred Article 370 related cases to 5-judge Constitution bench.
Situation is slowly turning to normalcy in the Kashmir Valley after the abrogation of Article 370. The situation remained calm and normal on Wednesday on the 24th day. Vehicular movement has improved and restrictions have been eased in 81 police station areas, even though security apparatus continues to be tight to prevent any law and order situation. Telephone connections have also been restored at many places in Kashmir. Governor Satyapal Malik made a big announcement on Wednesday. He said that 50,000 jobs will be available for the region in the next 3 months. This will be the largest recruitment drive in the state. The centre, he said, will make a big announcement on Jammu and Kashmir.
पूरे जो गवर्नमेंट का सिस्टम है उसमें एक्सरसाइज करके ढूंढा, हमारे पास 50,000 गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स हैं, वो हम भरेंगे, उसकी हम घोषणा करते हैं। नौजवानों से कहेंगे कि वो उसमें बढ़ चढ़ के हिस्सा लें, शिरकत करें। 50,000 नौकरियां हम आने वाले 2-3 महीने में यहाँ के नौजवानों को दे देंगे।
He further said that many other schemes will be implemented in Jammu and Kashmir in the coming days.
यहाँ के जो एप्पल ग्रोवर्स हैं उनकी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, उनसे हम वाकिफ हैं। अभी तो शुरू हुआ है फसल, 15 दिन बाद असल में उसको तोड़ना शुरू करेंगे। 22 लाख मेट्रिक टन एप्पल होता है। देयर आर 7 लाख फार्मर्स ग्रोइंग एप्पल। नाफेड से बात हुई है, वो वर्क आउट कर रहे हैं एक स्कीम जिसमें वो एमएसपी डिक्लेयर करेंगे जो बाजार भाव से कम 10 रुपए ज्यादा होगा।
Further, there are many more schemes on the anvil. The centre is planning to open 1 ITI and other skill development centres in each district for the benefit of the youth. 50 more colleges have also been sanctioned by the administration. High schools were opened in the Kashmir Valley in the areas where there have been easing of restrictions. A total of 3,337 primary schools, 774 middle schools have been opened. There has been a considerable increase in the number of students and teachers in schools in the last 1 week. The governor said that medical services are functioning normal and rumours must be ignored. He also assured that Jammu and Kashmir's identity will be protected.
नॉर्मलसी में वापस आने के लिए मैं लोगों को एक आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि जम्मू कश्मीर की आइडेंटिटी, इसका कल्चर, इसका रिलीजन, सोसाइटी, लैंग्वेज, हेरिटेज, हर चीज की हम हिफाजत करेंगे। उसको किसी तरह का उसके ऊपर बाहर से कोई प्रेशर आने नहीं देंगे, उसको प्रिजर्व करेंगे, प्रोटेक्ट करेंगे।
Situation was calm and peaceful on Wednesday and no untoward incident was reported. The vehicular movement is normal and people are leading a normal life. People though face problems booking air tickets due to internet not functioning, but the government has opened a separate counter for it, which is proving to be a big help to the people. The Supreme Court has referred Article 370 cases to 5-judge Constitution bench. While hearing the pleas against the repeal of Article 370, the Apex Court said that the petitions related to abrogation of special status of Jammu and Kashmir will be heard by a Constitution bench in October. Supreme Court allowed the petitioners to travel to Kashmir but to not participate in any political activity. The court allowed the petitioner student to travel to Jammu and Kashmir and visit Anantnag to his parents. The court has directed the state government to take necessary arrangements for the same and provide adequate security. The matter relating to Article 370 is with the Constitutional Bench of the Supreme Court, but the state government is leaving no stone unturned to provide all relief to people of the state and taking all the steps to ensure speedy development of the state. With inputs from Anuj, Ajay Vikram and Vikas Sarthi in Delhi, DD India.
Home Minister Amit Shah will attend the concluding ceremony of Millennium Tree Plantation Programme in Ahmedabad today. Home Minister, who is on a 2-day visit to Gujarat, will also flag off world's first battery-operated city bus service in Gandhinagar. Besides, Amit Shah will also attend a meeting in Gandhinagar in connection with the central government's Disha programme. During his visit, the Home Minister will also attend the 7th convocation ceremony of Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Petroleum University in Gandhinagar. The government on Wednesday presented a report card after Modi government completed 75 days in office in the second term. Union INB Minister Prakash Javadekar released a booklet, Jan Connect, on 75 days of the Union government in New Delhi. During the first 75 days in office in the second term, the government has taken historic decisions on Jammu and Kashmir, passed anti-triple talaq bill in Parliament, besides presenting a revolutionary budget as well. Here's more.
सही नियत, मजबूत फैसले और true intent, bold decisions is the name of the People's Connect booklet brought out by the INB Ministry's Bureau of Outreach to give an account of the first 75 days of the Narendra Modi government 2.0. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar unveiled the booklet at an event in the national capital on Wednesday, where he dubbed the centre's decision on Jammu and Kashmir as historic.
कश्मीर के जनता को विकास का देश के लोगों जैसा समान अधिकार नहीं मिलता था, वो विकास का सही अधिकार मिले, इसके लिए एक ऐतिहासिक निर्णय 370 के बारे में हुआ.
The minister said that the government has come out with a revolutionary budget, with the target of making the nation a $5 trillion economy. He added that India is the world's fifth biggest economy at present, and the goal is to make it the number 3 economy.
आज दुनिया की हम 11वीं अर्थव्यवस्था थे 2014 में, अभी 2019 में हमारा 5वां नंबर है. हम तीसरे नंबर पर जाने की मंशा रखते हैं. लो एम इज क्राइम, हाई एम रखना चाहिए, और उसके लिए कैसे राह तैयार कर रहे हैं ये भी हमने देखा.
Some of the big ticket decisions during the first 75 days of the Modi 2.0 government include abrogation of Article 370 to end the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, presentation of a revolutionary union budget, infrastructure spent to get 100 lakh crore rupees boost, anti-triple talaq bill passed in Parliament for upliftment of Muslim women, farmers to get 6,000 rupees each year, pension scheme for farmers, pension scheme for 40 crore workers in the informal sector, passage of minimum wages bill, pension provision for small-scale business owners, amendments in the Motor Vehicles Act, key decision in favour of security forces. The minister said that the recently concluded budget session has seen 35 bills being cleared by Parliament. The speed breaker in the Rajya Sabha has now turned into an expressway.
35 बिल पास हुए. पिछले अनेक सालों में राज्य सभा ये स्पीड ब्रेकर समझा जाता था. इस बार राज्य सभा भी हाईवे बन गया विदाउट एनी स्पीड ब्रेकर. ये हो गया.
The minister also did not miss the opportunity to point out that preceding governments didn't bother about giving any reports, but the Modi government has accounted for its first 50 and 75 days. With Girish Nishana in Delhi, DD News.
Let's look at some international stories. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Wednesday unveiled plans to suspend Parliament until October 14th, days ahead of the October 31st Brexit deadline, in order to present what was described as a new, bold and ambitious legislative agenda. The move has attracted widespread criticism from the UK opposition. Downing Street said Johnson had spoken to Queen Elizabeth II to request an end to the current parliamentary session next month, starting September 9th. The request was approved by the Queen. Crucial voting on Brexit legislation is likely to fall on October 21st and 22nd. The UK government move comes a day after opposition parties had been able to agree on a strategy of using legislative means to work together to prevent Johnson leaving the EU without any agreement in place by October 31st. That's the Brexit deadline. Meanwhile, the UK Prime Minister's decision to suspend Parliament has prompted an angry backlash from MPs and opponents of no-deal Brexit. It sparked protests across the country, a legal challenge in a petition with more than 1 million signatures. Protesters gathered in Westminster, chanting, "Stop the coup," and carrying anti-Brexit placards and EU flags. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has said Russia and India share a positive view on further expanding their defense ties and joint production of advanced weapon systems. The statement came after Russian Foreign Minister held talks with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar is on his maiden visit to Russia. The two sides stated positive trends in trades and economic ties in general. Lavrov said last year bilateral trade was up 17% to nearly $11 billion, and good pace has been preserved this year as well. He also said that Moscow expects to expand the military technical cooperation with India after the Eastern Economic Forum. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be representing India at the forum in Vladivostok, Russia, next week. gunmen burst into Mexican club in a hail of bullets and killed at least 26 people as they trapped revelers inside and started a raging fire. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador condemned the shameful attack in the city of Coatzacoalcos and said that federal authorities would investigate evidence it may have stemmed from collusion between local authorities and organized crime. The Tuesday night attack, which officials said also left 11 people badly wounded and injured, is the latest to rock the state of Veracruz, a flashpoint in a bloody turf war between Mexico's rival drug cartels and a hotbed of political corruption. Pentagon has said it is premature right now to talk about United States counter-terror presence in Afghanistan. The statement came even as talks with the Taliban are believed to have entered its last phase. General Joseph Dunford, chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, said that United States doesn't want Afghanistan to be a sanctuary from which the homeland, the American people and its allies can be threatened. The US wants peace and stability in Afghanistan for the Afghan people, and what is required is a negotiated peace settlement in Afghan dialogue leading to that peace settlement. Hurricane Dorian caused limited damage in the northern Caribbean as it left the region and gathered strength late on Wednesday, setting its sights on the US mainland as it threatened to grow into Category 3 storm. Power outages and flooding were reported across the United States Virgin Islands, the British Virgin Islands and the Puerto Rican islands of Vacas and Culebra after Dorian hit St. Thomas as a Category 1 storm. Meanwhile, Florida governor has declared emergency in order to minimize the losses and ensure safety of people. Activism is indifferent to age, and standing up for a cause needs nothing but passion. 16-year-old Greta Thunberg is dedicated to make all wrongs right. The Swedish environmental activist, who came to limelight last year in August after she protested against climate change outside the Swedish parliament, has now reached New York to participate in United Nations Climate Change Summit. She reached the city after completing her 14-day journey from England, a yacht equipped with solar panels. Thunberg, who has become a vigilant voice against climate deterioration, is being gladly welcomed in New York. The United Nations Climate Summit is set to commence on 2nd December 2019. Time now for all the updates from the world of business and finance. My colleague Anchal is joining us now.
Well, thank you very much, Shubhendu. And let's have a look at those news which are making headlines in the world of business. The robots are taking over one more function at the country's second largest private lender. Yes, ICICI Bank announced the deployment of industrial robotic arms to digitize operation at its currency chest. With this move, it has become India's first commercial bank and among a few across the globe to customize and deploy industrial robots to automate repetitive high-volume steps in handling cash processing on high-end note sorting machines. Each industrial robotic arm feeds unprocessed cash in 3 high-end note sorting machines, picks up processed cash from the output stackers, aligns the loose notes, binds the packets and finally drops them in separate trays as per quality of the note. It has also enabled the personnel of the banks to focus more on value-added and supervisory functions. Now, government has decided to move towards achieving 100% electrification of railways as part of efforts to curb carbon footprints. Union Minister Piyush Goyal said the railway has a mission that in next 10 years, Indian Railways will be running on renewable energy. More than half of the trains that come to New Delhi are still based on diesel, but the ministry is working on their electrification. The railway is taking various environment-friendly or energy-efficient measures to reduce carbon footprints and protect the environment. And that's all we have in this edition of Finance World. Back to Shubhendu for more other news updates.
Thank you, Anchal, for joining us with those inputs. Time now for some sports news. Roger Federer came from a set down to beat Damir Zumher 3-6, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4 to reach the US Open third round. The world number 3 hit 17 unforced errors in losing the first set, but the Swiss five-time champion dominated the remainder of the match to defeat the Bosnian world number 99. In shooting, Elvanil Balavran won the gold medal at the Shooting World Cup in Rio de Janeiro in the 10-meter air rifle category with 251.7 points. In the finals on Wednesday, this is the 20-year-old's first senior World Cup gold medal. India had already secured the maximum quota of 2 places in 2020 Olympics in this event. Balavran is the third Indian to win World Cup gold medal in this event after Purvi Chandela and Anjali Bhagwat. And let's now scan through the papers published this morning. Let's begin with the Times of India. It is talking about, all papers are talking about the major cabinet decisions that have been taken. It says government courts global investors, open doors for more FDI. And the focus is going to be coal mining, 100% FDI, contract manufacturing, 100% via automatic route. In digital media, 26% FDI has been invited. Single brand retail, the online retail rules have also been eased. Those were some of the highlights that are there. These are all aimed at boosting domestic manufacturing and invite the investors. Let's turn to the next paper. Hindustan Times is what we're picking up. Important story from the environment perspective. It says excessive fertilizer use is poisoning Yamuna, says CB. The Pollution Control Board. Now, why is this happening? It says that excessive use of fertilizer, pesticide by farmers who are particularly operating on the Yamuna, the floodplains on the grounds right next to Yamuna River. Excessive use of fertilizers by them is not just poisoning the water, also the vegetables that come out of it, the produce that comes out is also unhealthy for consumption. The various details it is given in the article about the kind of impurities present. Interesting story we're picking up from the Indian Express. It's a mix of love and therapy and medical science. The headline says, to fix 11-month-old fracture, rod, ropes and a doll. I'm not sure if you can see the picture very clearly. It's a little child, 11-year-old girl. Her name is Zikra. Now, she had fractured legs and it was difficult for the doctors to put her in a comfortable position where the treatment could proceed. Now, the doctors thought of an innovative manner. Now, because Zikra is so little, she wasn't able to cooperate. They also brought Zikra's doll. Her doll is called Pari, and the doctors put the doll in a similar posture as Zikra. Now, Zikra, when she saw that the doll was also being treated in a similar fashion, then she began to cooperate. Remember, she's just 11-month-old baby. So, as medicines are concerned, posture is concerned, Zikra has been cooperating with the doctors only because her doll Pari is also made to do the similar things. And final story we're picking up, again related to climate change from the Statesman. It's an international story. Countries propose emergency Amazon summit in view of what is going on in the Amazon forest. Peru and Colombia have proposed on Tuesday an emergency Amazon summit for countries in the region, in South America in particular, to coordinate a strategy to protect the rainforest currently affected by numerous fires. Meanwhile, Brazilians, it's been noticed in Brazil that not only is the larger climatic havoc that has been caused, there are also respiratory ailments which are being reported increasingly among children and elderly because of the smoke, the lingering smoke that is coming out of the forest fire in the Amazon. Those were the highlights from the papers published today. Let's understand the importance of this day in history of the day.
Renowned Telugu writer Giddugu Ramamurthy was born on this day in 1863 in Parvatalappetta in Srikakulam district. His birthday is celebrated as Telugu Language Day. It was on this day in 1905 when hockey legend Major Dhyan Chand was born in Allahabad. His birthday is observed as National Sports Day. It was on this day in 2012 that the Supreme Court confirmed the death sentence awarded to the 26/11 Mumbai terrorist attacks prime accused Ajmal Kasab by the trial court and affirmed by the Bombay High Court. The apex court charged Kasab with waging war against the nation.
And in Outlook, key events listed for today.
birthday of hockey legend Major Dhyan Chand. The day is celebrated as National Sports Day. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu to visit Society for Applied Microwave, Electronics, Engineering and Research, SAMEER, in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch Fit India movement for healthier and happier nation at the Indira Gandhi Stadium, New Delhi. PM Modi will also administer a fitness pledge. Union Minister of Information Broadcasting Prakash Javadekar to deliver keynote address at the 60th SCORE Summit at the Constitution Club of India in New Delhi. Union Minister for Minority Affairs Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi to inaugurate the Kerala Islamic Cultural Centre in New Delhi in the presence of Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan.
Now, poor growth in children is the topic of our health segment today. Take a look at this special report to find out how to deal with this health problem among children.
Poor growth or short stature is a problem that affects many children. Parents are often concerned that their child is not growing properly. There are many factors that may affect the growth of the child.
Often parents are concerned that the child is not growing well or has short stature. There are various charts available for this, which are the Indian growth charts. So I would suggest that the parents meet the pediatrician and get the height and weight recorded and see whether actually he is falling below the standards, Indian standards. If this is the case, then there are various reasons for this, like hypothyroidism, malnutrition, or sometimes it can be as a result of gluten allergy or celiac disease. The doctor will recommend various tests for the child and also start treatment.
Slower than normal growth may be a sign of a significant health problem. The assessment of growth over time is the key to maintaining child's health.
The most common cause often is malnutrition, in which case the diet of the child has to be improved, and this will be the treatment will be given by the doctor or the dietitian. In the case of hypothyroidism, medicine has to be taken, which has to be taken empty stomach. In the case of celiac disease, there are various blood tests as well as biopsy, endoscopy, which can be done in the child. There is another problem which is known as growth hormone deficiency, which can be diagnosed on the basis of hormonal tests in a hospital. So I would recommend that if ever you feel that your child is not growing well or does not have enough weight, so please go and meet the doctor and get the necessary investigations done.
A large number of children go undiagnosed with short stature. So if your child has stopped growing or is growing at a slower rate than expected, consult a medical expert and find out the cause for the poor growth of the child. Kiran Bhardwaj, DD News.
And the nation is all set to celebrate the auspicious festival of Ganesha Chaturthi, to be observed this year on 2nd of September. Artists across the country are taking all the load day and night to deck up eco-friendly idols of Lord Ganesha. They've made figures of Ganesha with paper pulp and embedded them with fruit and vegetable seeds. People are buying the statues of various incarnations of Ganesha ahead of Ganesh Chaturthi. Meanwhile, Goa Police DIG in a press conference said that all arrangements have been made to prevent any unlawful or terror activity during the celebration of the 10-day-long Ganesh festival. He even said that the police is all set to ensure peaceful celebration of the festival.
जो कर रहे हैं हम लोग वो इसलिए कर रहे हैं कि जो अभी आने वाला जो गणेश उत्सव है उसकी तैयारी के लिए वी आर टोटली गियर अप. हम DFMD लगाएंगे, HSMD लगाएंगे ताकि एंटी टेररिस्ट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से वहाँ पर हम लोग ध्यान रख सकें और हमारा स्टाफ उसी तरह से सेंसिटाइज किया गया है और ट्रेंड किया गया है ताकि कोई भी ऐसी टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटी ना हो.
And now the weather updates from across the country. And as we conclude this edition of The Breakfast Show, we leave you with this exciting, inspiring visuals of Tomatina Festival, Tomato Festival, celebrated in Spain. Namaskar.
वैष्णव जन तो ते